The Philippine Coast Guard will expand its fleet with the addition of 5 large patrol vessels from Japan. This action was taken in response to the increasing presence of these ships. Chinese warships in the South China Sea. Although the Philippines has traditionally relied on grants and development assistance from other countries to build maritime capacity, there is now a growing consensus in favor of this. We need to recall that a few weeks ago, Senator Javier Ejecito confirmed in an interview with ABS-CBN News that he, along with Senate President Juan Miguel Zuberi, had held talks with French and Spanish officials including shipbuilders, the Navy and Navantia regarding the potential supply of ships, both new and used, for the Philippine Coast Guard and Philippine Navy, during their final voyage to Spain and France. Second-hand vessels are now being considered due to the urgent need for these assets as the situation in the West Philippine Sea worsens due to China's aggressive actions. So far, France has shown that they can sell their existing ships to anyone who has the money to pay them, like what they did recently with Morocco and Egypt, where the French Navy gave up some of their FREMM-class frigates to speed up delivery. Currently, the Philippine Navy is showing interest in the acquisition. The ships that are probably best to discuss with both countries are the French Lafayette-class light frigates, some of which are scheduled for retirement soon, as well as the Spanish Santa Maria-class frigates, which are essentially Oliver Hazard-class frigates. Perry. Both ships are more applicable to the Philippine Navy. Max Defense has pushed for consideration of second-hand assets out of urgency, as new ships will take 3 to 5 years to build and hand over, which Sen also acknowledged. Ejecito. Although the number of workers has increased rapidly over the past few years, the government has had to start using its own money to build new Philippine Coast Guard ships. According to previous information, former Philippine Coast Guard Commander Admiral Timo Abu told lawmakers that the Philippine Coast Guard expressed its intention to purchase an additional 5 large patrol vessels from Japan in response to pressure from Chinese warships in the South China Sea, even though the Philippines has so far relied on grants and aid. Construction from other countries requiring 10 large patrol boats, which is a slow process to increase the capacity of the Philippine Coast Guard. Currently, Spain and France are in the process of replacing some of their ships, but the Philippine Navy is very concerned at the age of these assets, as they are not little use, but truly old ships that need replacement. Examples include the French Floreal and Aviso-class patrol boats. This new ship acquisition project is a breakthrough in the government's efforts to modernize and improve maritime safety and protection of the country's borders. Japan has given us the opportunity to expand our fleet. We will acquire 5 more ships, although he said that a formal agreement between Japan and the Philippines regarding additional grants cannot be reached and the preparation period may take a long time. He emphasized that procedures are underway and there are no problems currently. PCG currently prefers local shipbuilders even though they use proven foreign designs. Allows for faster vessel acquisition and provides opportunities for local shipbuilders in the patrol boat building program. This desire has now been confirmed as the head of the Maritime Law Enforcement Agency now reports that Japan will now prepare 5 additional multi-role responses for the Philippine Coast Guard, while Senator Ejecito mentioned Japan. He did not mention anything other than thanking them for supplying the new ships to the PCG. But the Philippines should look to the Japanese Coast Guard, as well as they may have used vessels that they could transfer or sell to the PCG, as they gave to Malaysia. Not to mention the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force is on its way to replacing several ships as it introduces new and next-generation Megami-class frigates. Disposal that can conduct maritime domain awareness operations through constant patrol of the country's territorial and EZED waters, rescue operations and other functions that promotes the country's economic growth and development through maritime security. With additional Teresa Magbanua-class MRVs in the Philippine Coast Guard to take notes may increase not only the presence of these ships in contested waters like the West Philippine Sea as it augments the smaller Parola-class MRVs, but also has the capability of long endurance and loitering time in offshore waters, which is ideal in countering on ongoing Chinese Coast Guard aggression in the area.